at that. I am your goddess Nesca with Truckerman today. We are going to be reacting to a chat pick. I believe this one is from Century Nerd, I want to say.
Not only an incredible game, but also serves as
Oh,
a
it's
sequel
quiet.
There you go.
to the original Journey to the West story. As such, the game is filled with references and reincorporated characters from that story, and while this is a ton of fun for Monkey King fans, players...
Oh, okay, so this is Monkey King. Okay, that's what, Wukong, right.
Yeah, isn't Goku kind of based off of this?
Yeah, I wouldn't say based, he's inspired by.
Inspired.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
You lost your mouse.
Off her ass.
who haven't read those books can easily end up confused. So we're gonna go over the mythical origins of these bosses so people can have a better idea as to what's going on in this game and just how well researched all of it is. We're primarily going to be focusing on the bosses who are connected to the original novel, seeing as this game also features some completely original characters with their own
Is that a horse?
lore.
Yes.
Wait, can we milk the horse?
Can you milk a horse?
Yes. That's how they breed, like, racing horses.
That's not milking, that's getting sperm from them. That's not milking the horse.
That's what I was referring to.
Ow.
Oh, and I should probably let you know that this video is actually sponsored by Black Myth Wukong. Yeah, how cool is that? This is honestly the easiest sponsorship I've ever taken because I truly adore this game. It lives up to all the hype it built up over the years. The gameplay is a ton of fun, and the passion that went into its design is something truly special. It has quickly become one of my favorite games. So Black Myth Wukong's prologue has a grand total of one boss, Erlang Shen. You see, back when the Monkey King was a total troublemaker, he at one point went to war with the entire army of the heavens. Very ambitious monkey.
Shit.
During the battle, the ruler of heaven, named the Jade Emperor, called on his nephew, Erlang Shen, to defeat Sun Wukong. Erlang Shen was the god of justice, warriors, water, hunting, etc.
I'm not gonna know any of the lore for this. So I'm guessing, okay, is this Chinese or Japanese?
Chinese. This is actually Chinese lore.
This is Chinese lore? Okay.
Yeah.
Glock does a lot.
Is that a lot? Okay.
wields a spear and a sword, has a third eye
Never
that
played
allows
this
him
game
to see
either.
the truth, and also has a pet dog that
game
helps
sounds
him when he
good,
hunts demons.
Souls-like.
All of these
Yay!
attributes are
You can always be okay. So, Monkey King has a pet dog that helps him hunt demons.
Huh.
Yay,
shown in
doggy
the game.
friend.
He is also
The
said to
game
have
was good.
6
Oh,
elite
Souls-like
allies whom he
game.
refers to
Yeah.
as his brothers. Some stories have described these brothers as humanoid, while others have associated them with animals. These brothers also appear in the game as animal human
Was that this one right here? I think it was like a warthog man.
Huh.
hybrids that guide us to certain objectives and also are sometimes boss fights. Wukong and Erlang battled for some time, they both transformed several times, and at one point they both transformed into gigantic monsters. But they seem to be evenly matched. Eventually, Wukong just
Yeah, I
decides
see
to
where
peace out, turns
Goku
into a
got
bird and
inspired
flies
by this.
away. But Erlang does the same thing, chases after him, and because of his
Except Goku's whole thing is way. Personally, I don't even think. I don't really feel like Goku has like too much like lore inspiration, just design aspects. Not
Yeah.
even that, barely. Just the back when he had the pole and the flying Nimbus and stuff, and then the fact that this whole Saiyan race is based off of monkeys.
Yeah, so the monkey and transform the giant monsters. That's
But you know, if I'm giving us lore.
truth-seeing third eye, he constantly sees through
The
Wukong's
journey
disguises
is the
and
West
does eventually
is
capture
really
him.
interesting
What's
to
funny
read.
is centuries later, during Wukong's journey for redemption, Erlang would end up helping Wukong during one of his battles, and the two would
Friends to
reconcile their
enemies,
differences and actually
enemies to
become
friends.
friends. There is also
Aw.
a story where Erlang's mother is imprisoned in a mountain, and he uses a gigantic axe to literally split the mountain and save her. That very axe
Cool.
makes an appearance in his boss fight. Chapter 1 of the game.
That's the best way to save your mama. You make a giant axe and split a mountain. I will
about
split
we got-
mountains to save mama.
God, there's a joke. I'm trying to think isn't this a reference in Dragon Ball Z Bridge? I'm trying to think.
Maybe it's not coming to me. Also, the art looks really nice.
Yeah, it's
The
that.
game focuses primarily on the tale
I'm
of
guessing
Elder
there's a special
Jinchi and the Black
cutscenes.
Wind Bear Demon. You see, during their journey, Wukong and Tang Sanzang came upon a temple of monks led by a 270-year-old abbot named Elder Jinchi. Jinchi
That thing
welcomed
looks
them to
ugly.
spend the night at his temple as guests, and during so, he asked them if they had any impressive treasures to show off. For you see, Jinchi was himself an avid collector of precious things, particularly cassocks or cassocks.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to point this out. I believe it was you, Rayleigh, who gave us the Avatar, the Zuko stuff, the Zuko video. Yeah, that one got attacked.
Yeah, it took the stream down. I had
So we can't react to anything with those guys in it.
Yeah, I think it was particularly the Avatar shit that.
No, I'm telling you, it was. I'm pretty sure it was because of those guys.
Oh, okay.
Because of those guys' channels.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
I don't think it's because of the Avatar. I'm pretty sure we can react to Avatar stuff just fine.
They didn't strike our channel. It just took the stream down.
Yeah.
So I can't make that into a video. It's okay.
Which are special robes worn by certain monks. Now, Tang Sanzang had no interest in showing off, but Sun Wukong, being a bit arrogant, stated that they had actually been gifted a special cassock by the gods for their journey, and insisted that it be
Monk
shown
powers.
the cassock was more gorgeous than
Oh
anything
God,
Jinchi
the
had seen
jowls.
before. And later in the night,
I've seen
he
hentai like
expressed
this.
to his followers how much he wished to keep it. One of the monks who
Wait, the live entire. You heard of the monks that took drugs and stuff? It's okay. No one knows. I don't blame you guys. It's my risk that I'm taking whenever I ask for chat's choices. You guys don't know what videos can and cannot be used. Hell, we don't either. It's always just shooting in the dark.
I don't think it was me. I don't remember. I mostly.
You don't remember the Zuko? I don't remember who gave us the Zuko video.
It's no big deal. I mean,
Maybe it was Loco.
it didn't hurt our channel or anything. It just took the stream down. Hopefully the stream be back up.
This is Goku's great grandfather. Does that mean that Song Wukong is a Saiyan?
Probably.
I think that was me. I don't remember. Mostly just I can look it up later who it was, but it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to let you know that that particular channel does not like having reacts, apparently.
whose name was literally Great Knowledge, suggested that they kill the travelers in their sleep and thus keep the cassock for themselves. I personally wouldn't consider that a very knowledgeable suggestion, but whatever. Another monk named Great Schemer suggested they could do so by setting the travelers' room on fire. Thus, even if they survived, they could claim the cassock had been burned. These two monks are apparently the two lesser bosses in Chapter 1, named Guangzi and Guangmo, with Guangzi's in-game lore specifying that his name means great wisdom.
At first, the follower monk disliked him. They played tricks on him, and he always fell for it. Slow and gullible he was, he named him Gyugachi words, the great wisdom, hoping he would grow clever and sharp, so his fellow monks couldn't bully him. With Junji's cure for care and teaching, God, I'm not going to be able to pronounce any of these names, learned to read, write, and abide by monastic rules. Gradually he ascended into their ranks. Yay!
When the monks attempted to burn the part of the temple where Tang was sleeping, Wukong took notice of what was happening and literally flew into the heavens to retrieve a special cover that would protect his master from the fire. He then used his wind powers to scatter the fire throughout the rest of the temple and burn it all. When Elder Jinchi saw that his great
No, it was not me. I put, Pebble. Okay, maybe, God, I don't know who gives me stuff. I'm gonna have to look that up later.
Lord Farquay, I don't know if there was a double input. I added a therapist one.
Meow. Double input, but I added the. Okay, so that was okay. Yeah, I guess you have a different name on YouTube then. I'm guessing.
I think he's just Lord Q.
Hmm?
That's what I see.
Oh, on YouTube? Are
Yeah.
you sure that's not? I don't remember. Huh? I don't remember seeing that. Now I'm
had
confused.
cost
I'll have to
him
look it later.
everything, he took his own life by smashing his head against the wall. When we encounter
Big
Jinchi
head!
in the game, he has been
It's
revived
you.
as a golden demon, most likely a
Oh.
reference to his obsession with treasures.
A
He
giant
stands in the
mutated
burned
pinhead.
remains of his temple,
And
it has a
surrounded by
tail.
reanimated
Alright, yeah, I was
corpses of
right.
his former followers.
Is his
face
blood out?
remains
Maybe.
scarred and blinded from when he smashed it, and he laments his losses before, during, and after the boss fight. The morning after Wukong saved his master's life, they discovered that the cassock had still somehow gone missing. Believing only a Yao Guai could have
What?
acquired it and escaped the fire, Wukong asked the remaining monks if there were any Yao Guai in the area, and
Yao
the monks
Guai.
revealed that there
Wait.
was indeed a power.
Yao Guai. Isn't that Fallout?
Yeah, isn't that the bears from Fallout?
The bears from Fallout. So it must be like Brahmin. Yao Guai means bear in another language.
Huh.
Yeah. Treasure truly a grand monitor. Motivate. Treasure truly are a grand motivator. The bubble. Right, Lord Q is. Huh. Weird.
Powerful bear
Bah.
demon at the
It
nearby
means
Black
bear,
Wind
LOL.
Mountain. You see, this bear demon was actually an old friend of
In a
Elder
different
Jinchi,
language.
and it would later be revealed that the bear saw the temple in flames and rushed over to try to help. But
Huh,
when he came to the
nice
temple,
bear.
he saw the heavenly cassock and, consumed by greed, simply took it and left without helping anyone. Man,
Oh.
that cassock is really giving some heavy Lord of the Rings vibes, huh? So,
What's a casa? Every time I hear that, I'm thinking they're saying cow sock. And I'm like, wait, a cow sock?
Calzone?
Calzone. I'm hungry again.
Wukong went to Black Wind Mountain, and when he arrived, he overheard a conversation between three individuals. They were a dark-skinned man, a white-robed scholar, and a Taoist. The dark-skinned man was in the middle of bragging about how his birthday celebration would be happening soon, and he would be
Oh.
showing off the most incredible cassock he had ever come upon.
What the fuck
Of course,
does that
realized
mean?
that this was the man who had stolen from him and charged the three men, bringing his staff down on the head of the white-robed scholar, killing him instantly. The
Why
other
you,
two
like,
men escaped,
zombified
but in
Sephiroth?
death,
Don't
the
you
white-robed
dare!
scholar's true form was
Don't you dare insult the name of the Sapphire
It looks like zombies.
It does not!
Hiss.
revealed to be a large,
The house or
white-spotted
castle?
snake.
That's
This
a snake.
character also appears as a boss fight in Chapter 1, though
Does
based on his
not.
dialogue, he also seems to be one of Erlang Shen's brothers, so it's possible two different characters were merged together here. Wukong followed the dark-skinned man to his cave and demanded he return the...
Wait. It just has a farmer tan, just slightly red. How is this dark skin?
I don't know.
cassock. The man came out wearing impressive armor and wielding a lance with black tassels, revealing
Maybe this is a
himself to
different
be
person
the
we're talking
Black Wind
about.
Bear
Yeah, maybe
demon
that's a
in
different
human
person.
form. He
That
and
look-
Wukong argued for a bit, then proceeded to fight for half a day until
No.
the bear said, "I kid you
No,
not,
that's the dark-skinned
that he was
guy.
hungry and wanted a
It's
lunch
not
break."
dark.
Yeah, seriously. Wukong thought that was
He's
ridiculous.
just slightly
but
red.
The bear retreated to his cave and locked the door behind him. Wukong then tried to deceive the bear by taking the form of Jinchi, but the bear saw
Man, that's the annoying thing about having a dark-skinned character in anything. You'll get people who be like, he looks too much like a negative caricature, and blah, 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 blah. And then you'll get people who be like, oh, he's too light. Nah, 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 nah. He's not dark-skinned at all. Meh, 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 meh. Make up your freaking mind. Do you want black people in your cartoon animes or not?
These people can never make their mind up.
Uh. Boop.
Their
Through this
house or
deception,
castle.
they would later fight again, but the bear would once again request they stop because it was getting late. Wukong again refused, but the bear transformed himself into wind, and Wukong was no longer able to fight him. Needing a new strategy, Wukong went to the heavens and enlisted the help of Guan Yin, the bodhisattva and goddess of compassion and mercy. By the way, bodhisattva is a Chinese term for enlightened beings.
Oh, great. Not those
Wukong and
people on
Guan Yin
social
returned to the
media.
mountain. They came upon the very Taoist who had escaped Wukong earlier, and the Monkey King wasted no time in killing him instantly. In death, the Taoist's true form was
Ooh.
revealed to be a gray
Cool
wolf.
werebear.
Now, a gray wolf named Ling
Werebear.
Zhuzi
Were-monkey?
does appear as one of the bosses in this
Were-something?
chapter. However, according to the in-game lore,
Were-monkey?
this wolf is actually successor
Okay, it's
to
actually a
a previous
wolf.
gray wolf.
I didn't want to assume it was just a werewolf, but yeah, it's a werewolf. It's just got really, really long arms.
Werewolf monkey combination,
But
Wolf of the same name. And that wolf
Monkey
is
puppy
seen
baby?
hanging from a tree after the Elder Jinchi boss fight, apparently having taken
they're
his own life.
all Asian.
So it
That's
stands
dark
to reason
for
that the
them.
hanging wolf is
It's
the Taoist
red,
from the
though.
novel, and the wolf boss fight is an original character following in his
whoever
footsteps.
came up with that was high
After killing him,
balls.
Wukong and Guan Yin
Puppy monkey
discovered
baby.
that the Taoist was transporting magical pills to the Black Wind Bear, and Wukong comes up with a bit of a scheme. Sometime later, the Taoist arrives at Black Wind Bear's party and presents the pills. But after the bear swallows one, the pill turns out to be Sun Wukong in disguise, who then takes his true form and starts beating the crap out of the bear
there
from
you
the
go.
inside. The Taoist then reveals himself to be
Now he's dark-skinned for sure. He's dark-furred.
Dark furred.
Uh-huh. Let's turn him to his bear form.
Guan Yin in disguise, who retrieves the stolen cassock and places a subduing
the
headband
fuck's a
on the bear
cassock?
while Wukong is beating him up. The headband forces the bear to obey Guan Yin's commands. Wukong wants the bear dead, but Guan Yin, being merciful, decides to enlist him as the guardian of her own mountain
He's a
temple.
furry.
And
Aw.
that is where his story ends in the novel. In the game, we encounter the Black Wind Demon, both in human form and bear form, at the very Guan Yin temple he was tasked with protecting. He wields his signature lance and often transforms into wind, much like in the novel. He also offers to put his binding headband back on.
The
after
only
his-
thing they didn't do correctly is make him dark-skinned. That's one large ball. That looks very mean. Yeah.
defeated, indicating that
The
he
power of
somehow got it
Fadi.
off between the
And
novel and the
but the
game.
one will choose
The game
it.
even shows a gorgeous animated telling of Jinchi's friendship with the bear, his rising in the ranks of the monks, his love for cassocks, and his unfortunate descent.
Okay, I don't care. I don't care what this item is. Every time they say cow sock, I'm going to think it's cow sock. So we all, okay, cow socks are powerful. We need to get all the cow socks. We need to go out and give every cow some cow socks, and their little hoofy feeties will be nice and protected.
And then we eat the cow.
Now!
Chapter 2
Cow
takes
socks
place
are all
at Yellow Wind
cows.
Ridge. When Wukong and his group came to this area, an extremely powerful whirlwind appeared. Wukong took a moment to smell it, however that works, and commented that the wind smelled like a tiger. No sooner had he finished
good.
that statement when a powerful tiger suddenly appeared before them, identifying himself as
Where's
the
the black- where's the
vanguard
panda?
of the ruler of the area known as Yellow Wind
Monk
Sage.
the monk and his disciples pressed on before half a day and past. They come upon a towering peak, a desire to behold. As they gaze upon it, there are arrows, arose a trample of wind, whatever, and from the mountains leaped a tiger, in the face, the tail leashed, the wind. I am no common
So
beast.
comfy.
It roared. I am the vanguard of the Yellow Wind King. By order of my liege, I patrol this range and seek out mortals to serve as side dishes for his brews.
I'm going to need to play Black Myth or Dive.
Long versus short socks.
I like short socks.
Long
Tiger
socks.
Vanguard then stated that he was here to
I
find
have done a
travelers that
bit,
he could
but,
feed to his
not a
master,
major
and
dive.
attacked the heroes, but was quickly fought off by a member of the
for
group
winner.
named Zubaji, who
There
we'll
it
talk
is.
more about later.
I knew.
Wukong
Wait, that was a Nosuke.
Inosuke.
That was a Nosuke. Except it was an Inosuke baby.
Zubaji
Inosuke
tried to
baby.
finish off the tiger, but he
Ooh, what is
evaded them by
that?
tearing off his own hide and transforming
what-
into a gust of wind.
What
In this
the?
form,
What the fuck? Is okay? Is this what you're fighting, or is this the player? I can't tell.
I think that's I think that's the player, isn't it?
I know, right? The positioning and junk. Why are you fighting with like this weird mutant head skull smash?
he was able to grab Tang Sanzang and
What?
carry him away to his master. As the tiger and
Oh.
Yellow Wind Sage conspired to devour
Oh, this
the
is
monk, Wukong
weird.
and Zubaji tracked them down and demanded his release. The tiger
This is the first game I've ever seen that has you playing as a creepy monster thing like this. That's kind of interesting.
decided he wanted to eat Sun Wukong as well and challenged him to a fight.
he
Unfortunately
knocked it off.
for him, though, Wukong won the fight. And as the
Oh, oh, that's cool. I think he's transforming into past enemies. I think that's what's going on.
It's like
That's
with
really
Majora's
cool.
Mask in a way.
Yeah. Anything that short turn my clears fall and bunch up under my heels.
The Tiger Vanguard attempted to run away, he was cut off by
Cows.
Zubaji, who dealt the killing blow. Wukong dragged the tiger's lifeless body to the cave entrance in order to try
This
to
does
provoke
look
the Yellow
fun.
Wind Sage, and it worked. Enraged, the sage donned his armor, grabbed a steel trident, and emerged to face the Monkey King. The two of them battled
the
for over
fuck?
a day. Wukong used a special technique where he removed several of his hairs and transformed them into over 100 clones of himself.
Shadow
but
clone
Yellow
jutsu.
Wind Sage
Why does
countered
he
it
have
by
a shield
summoning
of
the
a
Samadhi
face?
Wind, a wind
think
so
the statue.
powerful it shook all of Earth and Heaven. Wukong and all of his clones were blown away by it. The next day, Wukong transformed himself into a mosquito in order
Oh
to
my
spy
God.
on the sage, and in doing so, overheard
What
that
the
only the
fuck?
Bodhisattva Lingji can
See,
overcome
it
the
wasn't-
Samadhi wind. Wukong was overjoyed at this discovery and very quickly tracked down and enlisted the help of
It wasn't a statue. Did that? Okay, is this like the final form of the boss, or did the boss steal this thing's head? And this makes me think of Hell's Paradise.
He's got a double chin.
Lingji. When Wukong fought the Yellow Wind Sage again,
Thank you.
Lingji used a
Okay,
special
with that. Okay, so the boss you were fighting stole this guy's face and was using it as a shield. Yeah.
Wukong's like a shapeshifter in old enemies.
Oh, master with his enemies. Yeah, that's really cool.
staff to summon forth a dragon that beat down the sage until he returned to his true form.
Ooh,
A
I like
mythical
items.
yellow
I
fur.
like
The
equipment.
Bodhisattva then told Wukong that this sage had once been an ambitious rodent who was given a chance to become something more. But because of his recent
Your
crimes,
face
he
was
must now
used
be
as a
judged.
shield.
Wukong thanked Lingji
Wukong is
and
a
finally
good
freed
trickster.
Tang Sanzang. Lingji, the Yellow
So
Wind
like a
Sage, and
Zora.
the Tiger Vanguard all appear in Chapter 2, though there are actually 3 Tiger bosses, so I guess I should clarify.
What?
This one is the Vanguard from the novel, and these 2 are supposed to be his sons. Got
This
it?
is
Good. The Bodhisattva was
cool.
also said to possess a wind-stopping pearl, which could be the same anti-wind item that we acquire by completing the secret area. Plus, there is a staff you can obtain in the game that summons a dragon during certain attacks. Unfortunately for Lingji, the game's lore says that Yellow Wind Sage managed to trick the Bodhisattva and...
I am really liking. Okay, graphics wise, this looks cool. Story wise, I am intrigued. There is a lot of interesting, the boss and monster wise, creature wise, character wise, lore wise. This is looking really good. You getting equipments. I love getting equipments. I love getting change equipments and stuff. I need to know though, how is the gameplay? The gameplay looks maybe similar to that of Stellar Blade.
And this came out at the same time as Stellar Blade 2 last year.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing people gushing over it. Might want to try getting... I wonder what kind of mods they would have for it. This is for PC, right?
I think it's out for PC now.
Oh, just recently maybe? Or...
Yeah.
Damn it, now I have another game I'd like to play. Now I have to fight myself. Digimon or this?
I'll do Digimon because it's newer.
I like Digimon. The Wong was on how he would troll with people nonstop.
Take his head to amass even more power than before, which leads to his boss fight. Chapter 3 of the game is a continuation of the story of Yellowbrow, a story which began when the travelers came to a place called the Small Thunderclap Monastery. Upon entering the temple, it was filled with thousands of holy followers, all being led by a great Buddha known as Tathagata. Seeing
That's a
this,
baby
every
Buddha.
member of the party knelt or
It
bowed
did
in
look like
respect.
Krillin. In the west, on the peak of Mount whatever, two men sat facing each other. Clouds bellowed, and the air crackled with tension. The young monk looked up at the sky, then pressed his palms together and bowed to another monk that bows yellow with monk with brows yellow. Our masters are all here, brother. Are you ready? The yellow-browed monk smiled and returned the bow. I have been ready for some time. Hey, the way this guy designed makes me think of the one, come back here.
What?
Come back. It makes me think of the guy from Thousand Year Blood War.
Oh, yeah.
The Soul Reaper of the Squad Zero.
That somehow lived.
Except for Sun
Yeah.
Wukong, for you see, Wukong had a special pair of
Wukong
red
is on
eyes
Steam,
that
yeah.
allowed
Yeah.
him to see the true nature of things, similar to Erlang Shen's ability.
Power eyes.
In fact, these very eyes are utilized in the prison section of Chapter 3 in the game. Wukong saw that the inhabitants were
fake
actually
stones.
demons and fiends in disguise, and the supposed Buddha was truly a monster king named Yellowbrow. When Wukong called this out, Yellowbrow magically imprisoned Wukong in a pair of golden symbols while his followers overwhelmed and captured the rest of the group. You may remember these as the same symbols used to imprison Zubashi in the game. Wukong tried everything he could think of to escape the symbols, but failed again and again. Eventually he got desperate and cast a spell, summoning dozens of gods and guardians to help.
I don't know why, but looking at her and then seeing like these kind of like snake things, my mind was like, Boa!
But even they couldn't free him. When word of this reached the Jade Emperor, he sent the 28 constellation deities to help, and after even more failed attempts, one of them finally managed to stick their horn between the symbols and allow Wukong to escape. When Yellowbrow discovered that he had been freed, he fought Wukong viciously using a wolf teeth club, which is a type of mace. The many other deities surrounded Yellowbrow, and yet he didn't seem worried at all.
His name's literally Yellowbrow. Are we sure? I don't see yellow brows here. Are we sure we shouldn't call him Yellow Coat? I'm glad I wasn't the only one who thought Boa. My mind just went to her.
Suddenly pulled a small bag from his waist and threw it into the air, which then proceeded to swallow up all of the deities and Wukong, imprisoning him yet again. Yellowbrow then transferred them all to yet another prison within his temple. However,
Ooh.
Wukong escaped this prison much more easily by simply changing his form to slip out of his restraints. Guess Yellowbrow didn't know
Or
he
in
could
that
do
case,
that.
just kicking a
After
gate.
freeing the others,
What
Wukong
the?
transformed into a bat, which also happens in Chapter 3, and searched the
Cool.
temple for Tang Son
No, you
Zhang's
missed the
belongings.
weird
Unfortunately, he was unable to retrieve them before Yellowbrow wakes up and discovers all his prisoners have escaped. His army of demons battle with the dozens of deities for a very long time until Yellowbrow gets tired and just uses his bag to capture everyone yet again. Only this time, Wukong avoids it. In need of some new non-bagged allies,
Giant turtle!
Wukong left and requested aid from a noble
World
celestial
turtle!
known as Zen Wu, who agreed to help by sending his turtle and serpent generals along with 5 divine dragons. They launched another attack on Yellowbrow, who simply used his bag to capture them. Oh, you got it.
Stop it!
So, Wukong went off and enlisted even more help, this time from a bodhisattva's disciple.
Wait. We enlisted help.
Those like Whis.
I was about to say, kiss.
Oh. Yeah, I see that too.
Oh, did you hear, like, one of the Kiss members died?
Oh, yeah. It was like a drummer. I'm not sure what he was, drummer or what he was.
Named Prince Little Zhang, who wielded a white
Prince
lance
Little
and had
Zhang.
4 divine warriors in his service.
Ooh,
They agree to help,
spear.
and because it worked so well the last 3 times, they
Ace.
launch
Huh.
another attack on Yellowbrow, who, get
Pause
this,
for a second.
Uh-huh.
So the guy's name was Ace. One of the trailers had R.I.P. Ace like written in dirt in the back.
Uh-huh.
And I thought it was a One Piece reference.
Yeah. Yeah. I would have thought so, too, actually.
imprisons them in his bag.
Stop it!
Wukong manages to avoid it again, but now he's all out of ideas and begins to grieve his failure, until a new
Break
figure
his
suddenly
bag.
descends toward him on a cloud. The figure was a true Buddha named Maitreya, who revealed that Yellowbrow was a
Maitreya had been in the great Pagadon for an unknown length of time. When the second deity arrived and Moral was still unfinished. I know you would come. Mayata said with a smile. The second deity cupped his hands in a salute. Your wisdom is unparalleled, valuable one. You must have foreseen this day beyond Mount whatever. Therefore, I beseech you, please relieve me of my inner turmoil.
former disciple of his who had betrayed him and stolen his treasures, which included the bag, the mace, and the symbols. Maitreya then offered to
Yay.
help Wukong
Krillin.
defeat him. Sometime
Krillin
later,
and,
Wukong challenged Yellowbrow
it's-
to another battle.
Hey, there we go. We get a crossover. We got Dragon Ball Z crossed over with Demon Slayer. It was Krillin and Inosuke.
Inosuke.
which he
Nothing wrong
lured
with
Yellowbrow to a
Anime
melon
Online.
field and disappeared. Yellowbrow then decided he wanted to eat a melon, so the melon farmer presented him with one. But once he
Melon.
opened his mouth to eat it, the melon was revealed to be Sun Wukong in disguise, who jumped down Yellowbrow's throat and began beating him up from the inside. Yeah, a lot like what happened with the black bear. The melon farmer was then revealed to be Maitreya in disguise, who used the distraction to take Yellowbrow's bag and imprison him in it this time. After that, all the other prisoners were finally freed. Black Myth Wukong does something very interesting in the game by giving Yellowbrow a story where his deceitful nature is fully realized. He impersonates a Buddha yet again, but this time starts an entire false religion around it, literally preaching the exact opposite of what religions usually preach.
Why then do we tower, whilst others merely kneel and offer? He asked. I told him the others are less than us.
His domain is a new Thunderclap temple, and
So, evil Buddha versus good Buddha.
Yeah.
Good Buddha look like baby. Bad Buddha look like fat old man.
Was that the guy from Bleach? Because,
Yeah, he does.
dude, that battle was... Bleach's battles have gone, like...
So good.
Because you think the person wins because they kill them, and then they somehow come back to
I
life.
know, right? The in the 1,000-Year Blood War, how the back and forth between Yahaba's people and the Soul Society, that it was crazy. It was like, oh, who's gonna win? Who's that? It's like I can't tell.
4 of his minions serve as dark versions of the 4 Journey to the West characters. You see, non-white reflects the white dragon horse. Non-able
pretty.
reflects Zubaji, whose name sometimes means aware of ability. Non-pure reflects Shabu Jing, whose name means aware of purity. And non-void reflects Sun Wukong, whose name means awaken to void or emptiness. Yellowbrow also has his mason bag, though the bag is not nearly as annoying in the game as it is in the novel.
That's good to
Maitreya
know.
shows up in the chapter, along with his melon field serving as the chapter's secret area. The way he
Melons.
inscribes the spell on the Destined One's hand is likely a direct reference to the fact that he inscribed a spell on Wukong's hand in the novel, which is what enchanted Yellowbrow to chase Wukong into an obvious trap. Fun fact, the reason Maitreya is 9 years old in the game is because the actor who played him in the 1986 series passed away 9 years ago, and this character is meant to be his reincarnation, which is very sweet. We also encounter
nice.
the Turtle General, though unfortunately it turns out the Snake General has been killed between the events of the novel.
No,
and the game.
Snake!
Prince Little Zhang is very clearly meant to be the 3rd prince who we meet in the prison. His warriors are obviously the 4
It looks like an elf prince with makeup. That he's an elf prince that goes and plays for Kiss.
Yeah.
corrupted captains who are put to rest in the side quest he gives us, and the weapon we receive is his white lance. There is also
Weapons.
a line in the novel where the prince states that his father was the king of a land called Flowing Sand, which would directly connect him to the Rat King from Chapter 2. By the way, the King Jinlong and King Jin Star bosses are actually the same character, in case you didn't know. Kang is one of the 28 Chinese constellation
I went down the wrong pipe. My saliva. But I love this Chinese dragon. It looks so beautiful and majestic. Okay, so these are. So I'm guessing. I wonder if it's like this in the game where they're the same person and they just come back in 2 different ways. Maybe.
Yeah.
Bubble.
deities
Mega
that I
weapons.
mentioned earlier. These deities
Weapons
each
look
represent
awesome.
a different body part of one of the 4 legendary
Oh, it's
beasts.
so beautiful.
Azure dragon, white tiger, black tortoise, and vermilion.
Oh my god, it's like a unicorn dragon.
It looks like the dragon from
Spirited Way.
No, Never Ending Story.
Oh, yeah, I guess it does. The color and it does look like the Luck Dragon, but it also reminds me of Spirited Away
I know.
too.
I've seen that when I was a kid, but I remember nothing of it.
Which one? Never Ending Story or Spirited
Yeah.
Away? Okay.
Yeah, Never Ending Story.
I remember crying a bunch with the horse part.
I don't even remember that.
I remember the horse part.
Bird. Kang in particular represents the neck of the Azure dragon, which is likely why she has a dragon form in the game. She is also the very
So
deity
beautiful.
who freed Sun Wukong from the symbols, which is why her horn is able to open it again in the game. The only weird thing being that the novel seems to refer to this deity as male. Not sure what's up with that. The Macaque King is a former ally of Sun Wukong.
Or does that mean then that the game has it wrong, and it was supposed to be male?
Yeah, maybe.
The Celt with the black couched following the dark wings before the golden Buddha statue at the fleet of Yellowbrow. At the feet. Yellowbrow raised his hand, pinching the feathers, and said, "Such crude methods, the one who dared to use them on you, monkey, was truly ignorant of the ways of the world." With that, he waves his spinishist something, and a speech of will proved over the words shining like the galaxy. The black wings trembled and returned back into the monkey's body. The whatever, stunned, reaching to touch his black wing, his back overjoyed. So wait, he helped the Monkey King later.
You see, back in his early days, Wukong started a
Ooh.
little fraternity known as the Seven Sages. These sages were the most
Yay!
powerful
Nice
animal
animation.
kings, including Sun Wukong, Bull Demon, Macaque Demon, Lion Demon, Bird Demon, Dragon Demon, and Marmoset Demon. The most famous of these is the Bull Demon, and we'll talk way more about him later. Finally,
I go Bull Demon all the way. Oh yeah, Beyblade was a great show. You guys talk about.
Oh yeah, the dragon from Beyblade.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I never watched Beyblade, but I did like collecting the doodles.
the zodiac deities we encounter in this game, the dragon, tiger, monkey, and dog, are 4 of the 12 Chinese zodiac animals.
Huh.
These animals received their positions long ago when the Jade Emperor conducted a great race, which
I am the horse. Nay, nay. You are the snake. Sis.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know, you're a snake.
all of these animals competed in. The results decided which order they would be in the Chinese zodiac, which you've all heard of. Like, it's what decides what year animal you are, depending on what year you were born in.
I like
if
the
you're
rat
wondering
is
why the
2020.
rat is first in that order,
Oh my
it's
god, that
because
it
he
was
totally
perfect.
cheated
In
and rode on the
2008.
ox for the entire race until he
Oh,
jumps
that's
in
what
front
the
of the
collapse thing.
The financial collapse.
Yeah. Yeah, the rat was always a year of bad luck and stuff. Oh, wait, there was a goat? I thought that's supposed to be a sheep.
Parents a goat.
No, I could have sworn it was supposed to be a sheep. Otherwise, I wish I was this one. I'm right next to it anyway. Where's rat? Here, okay. 2020. What would be next after 2020? Okay, 2008 to 2020. What year would the rat be again?
It'd be 2032, I would say, if there's only 12.
Okay, 2032, we're all screwed. Yay.
finish line. I do hope we eventually see the rest of the
supposedly a
12
sheep.
deities
Yeah.
in like a future game or something. The fourth chapter mainly involves the Spider Sisters. However, Zubaji is also technically a boss here, so I think it's about time we went over his story. Originally, he was a high-ranking member of the Celestial Court named Tian
This
Peng.
animation looks
However,
like
he had a
Avatar.
pretty big drinking problem, and one night he started drunkenly hitting on the moon goddess Chang'e.
Oh my god, it is Avatar.
Rejected him. For this, the Jade Emperor cast him down to Earth, and he was reborn as a pig man. He spent years on Earth living as a bitter creature and even eating human flesh, until the goddess Guan Yin came to him and told him there was a chance for redemption if he would become a vegetarian and join Tang Sanzeng on the journey to the west. The pig agreed and became a very valuable member of the team, taking on the new name Zubaji. Zubaji wields
It's
a
not a-
divine rake and has
Wait, I must interject here. He's not a piggy. He's a boar. Also, yeah, I'm a horse. Welcome, Star Nova. We're in the horse club. Nay.
Nay.
the ability to shapeshift, which is showcased multiple times. Now on to the spiders. At another point of their journey, the travelers saw a nearby household, and Tang Sanzeng insisted he go
Spider
to it and
family.
ask its residents for
I'm a
food.
snake.
His
You get to
companions
join
offered to
Trucker
go
Man's
instead, but
side.
For some reason, he insisted that he do it. Guess he forgot how often he gets captured. When he reached the house, he found 7 women who invited him inside for food. However, the food they brought was actually putrid human remains, and when Tang
Ew.
refused to eat it, the women pinned him down and tied him to a crossbeam. When Tang did not return, Wukong asked a local spirit about the household. The spirit informed Wukong that the women who lived there were actually monsters, and so Wukong transformed himself into a fly and flew into their estate.
born in
He saw the
97.
women leaving their home and overheard that they planned to eat Tang
Don't
Sanzeng
know
after bathing in a
my
nearby
stuff,
hot
but
spring.
I
Also,
will
fun
go.
fact, the hot
Why
spring
would
they
you
used
say
apparently used to
that?
be one of
Don't
the
give me all your information. Great, now I gotta look it up because you made me. Where's my phone?
Phone's over here.
Come on my phone. Ox. Oh, Sheepy already found it for you. Yay, you're a
9
cow.
sons that were shot out of the sky by the god Hu Yi,
Sweet,
which
that
is a whole
one's,
nother story.
my
Wukong could have
cake
easily
is
killed
going
them
to
while they
be
were
really
bathing, but
strong.
decided against
Ooh,
it,
yeah, I have
believing
really
that
strong
killing women
kicks.
would be bad for his reputation. So instead, he stole their clothes, thinking that they wouldn't be willing to leave the pool in the nude. And he was right. Zubashi thought it was foolish to leave them alive, and so he went to the spring himself. Though when he got there, he couldn't resist taunting the women and jumping into the pool with them. The sisters tried to attack him in the water, but Zubashi took the form of a fish and easily avoided their moves. When he was finished having fun and announced he was now going to kill them, the women were too scared to care about shame anymore and leapt out in the nude. They shot Zubashi with webbing from their...
No, really, Shibuya is a snake. You're a cow. Sheepy was letting you know, yeah, you're a cow, right. Well, he was replying, he's saying that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Trucker Man made moo. Trucker Man made me confused. Meow.
And ran away while he was subdued. The women then summoned 7 other insects whom they had captured and recruited over the years: a bee, a hornet, a cockroach, a cantharsis, a grasshopper, a maggot, and a dragonfly, and sent them after the heroes. During the fight, the 7 insects multiplied into thousands of insects, but Wukong countered them by plucking his hairs and transforming those hairs into 7 species of hawks, who were the insects' natural predators. And soon the bugs were eliminated. The women were nowhere to be seen at that point, so the heroes freed their...
I like adding your Chinese zodiac symbol with whatever your constellation zodiac is. Like, for example, Trucker Man would be a snake scale. You'd be a scale. Me, I am a goatfish horse. Goatfish horse. Because I'm a Capricorn.
Oh, yeah.
Capricorns are goatfish. And then my horsey parts.
Zodiacs don't make it. I don't get zodiacs.
Yeah. I just like thingies. You're a Taurus, so you're a snake cow.
Snake eating the cow.
No, it's a cow that has a snake for a tail. Really, that makes me a milk cute. Yes, you gotta get milks.
Master and continued on their journey until
lots
they
and
came
lots
to the
of hand
home
jobs.
Of a kind Taoist who invited them inside. However, the Taoist was apparently an old friend and
Constellations?
sworn brother to those sisters.
Yeah, you know those other zodiacs that like the psychics and stuff like to use. How does one figure that out? It's based off of your birth date.
Oh yeah, your year and date, month, birth date.
Your month and your day. That's how you figure out your zodiac sign. Yep. Let's see, the Chinese zodiac's based off of year, and then the constellation zodiacs are based off of your birthdays. Yeah. Good, as a reminder. I know none of this. It's just fun little astrological doody-doo, blah, blah, blah.
Who it turned out were currently hiding
I
in
just
another
like it,
part of
it's
his
interesting.
house. When the sisters told
Like
him
Lucy
what had
from
happened,
Fairy
he
Tale.
decided to take revenge on the travelers by making a
Well,
poison from the
zodiac
dung
about a
of all
combination
mountain
Western
birds, which
and
he had
Eastern
for some reason. When he
primal
gave the
zodiac,
poison tea to the
it's
travelers,
what it's
Wukong was
called.
perceptive and did not drink it right away. But the other 3 did and fainted from its effects.
Orca.
Wukong then attacked the Taoist in
What's
anger, but the
orca?
Taoist fought back.
Hold on, I'm confused. What's orca?
Whale.
Whale. What's an orca?
That's a killer whale.
Yeah, I know that, but I mean, what is that in a zodiac thing? My constellation zodiac sign is a Leo. So you are a horse lion. I'm a Gemini. So you are a dual-headed cow.
Dual-headed cow.
You're like one of those Siamese cows.
Siamese cows.
Siamese
I've seen
cows.
that before.
Yeah, like Ripley's Believe It or Not.
No, in real life.
Oh, wow. Like on your farm that you had?
Actually, when I was in, what was I taking at school? It was something agriculture club or whatever. The teacher brought a cow that gave birth and died. The calf died obviously because his face was split.
Oh.
And had the back of his truck.
So, was it to be dissected?
I don't know what he did with it.
Cow. Okay. Yeah, I know that. It's related to dolphins and is incredibly evil. Evil whales. Western. I guess I don't know that one. What Fartquake's talking
Using
about?
a treasure sword. The sisters joined the fight, and Wukong decided it would be best to retreat and gather some more info, and then the sisters created a wall of webbing around the estate to prevent him from returning.
Spider.
Wukong spoke to that same
Spider
spirit he spoke
ladies.
to before, and now the spirit told him that those sisters were actually spiders in their true forms, which delighted Wukong, as he did not consider a bunch of spiders to be much of a threat. He then created 70 clones of himself, who used their staffs to roll up that webbing wall, and then very quickly overwhelmed the sisters, who were now in their true spider forms. Wukong offered to release the sisters in exchange for the safe return of his allies, but the Taoist refused, stating that he really wanted to eat Tang San Zeng in order to absorb his divine essence. Furious, Wukong smashed all 7 spiders and fought the Taoist again. During the fight, the Taoist removed his robe to reveal 1,000 eyes on his body that emitted golden beams. The beams were hot, blind.
What was that? A centipede man?
Maybe. Whoever came up with this back in the day, they had to be on something. I swear.
What do you mean? Well, they probably had more magic mushrooms available back then.
And over
China
10
is probably
miles
opium.
long.
It's probably
They were too much for
opium.
Wukong, so he took the form of an anteater and burrowed 20 miles away. As luck would have it, he immediately ran into a woman whose husband had apparently been murdered by the Taoists.
Look at the
she instructed
spiders.
Wukong to go to
Look at
Purple
the
Cloud
sexy
Mountain for help,
spiders.
though it would later be revealed
Look
that
at
the
the
widow
snake
was actually a bodhisattva
neck
known as
lady.
the Old
Like the
Dame of
it's like
Lee
the grudge
Mountain,
lady.
who disguised herself
No.
as a grieving widow in order to discreetly
This grudge
help
lady
Wukong.
does not
This
have a
woman is
snake neck.
definitely
That's like the long neck tribe.
God, I still won't forget
One
it.
Piece again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely that snake woman from
Ooh,
Chapter
but
4's
well,
secret area,
something more
seeing
and
as that
more
woman was also pretending to be a
Lovecraftian.
grieving widow,
Oh, dear husband.
and even directly says she came from Mount Lee. At Purple Cloud Mountain, Wukong met a Buddha named Pralamba, who offered her aid. When she was told of the Taoist's eyes, she simply pulled out a magic needle, which launched itself toward the Taoist and blinded him. Ouch. She then provided Wukong with antidotes to save
Needle
his
to the
friends
eye.
and forced the Taoist to reveal his true form, a gigantic centipede. Pralamba decided to take him as a guard for her
Yeah.
own cave entrance, and that's where that story ends. The game makes a significant change to this tale, where Zubaji actually has a love story with one of the spiders and spares her from the deaths that befell her sisters. Most of the spiders we encounter in Chapter 4 are actually that spider's daughters. While this is very different from the novel, it's also a story that the majority of players really seem to love,
hentai
so
is
you'll
gonna be
get
so
no
rad.
complaints about that from me. The novel
The spider and pig about to make love.
Don't want to see that one.
I want to know how. Does the pig just ejaculate all over the spider
I don't know.
and somehow
Don't ask questions. Moving on.
also states
Spiders
that the
don't
home
have
of the sisters
vajankins,
led
right?
into a cave system, while the
make one.
Taoist lived in a very flowery area, and both of those things are accurately shown in the game, along with the Taoist sword, centipede form, thousand eyes, and
no,
the
you
very
don't.
needle that weakens him. The secret area in Chapter 4 takes place at Purple Cloud Mountain and revolves around the tale of the Scorpion Demoness. The Scorpion was an evil woman
Scorpion
who attacked
lady.
the travelers during their journey and kidnapped Tang San Zeng, as all demons seem to do.
Oh, I put
She
that
took him
image in your
back
head.
to her
Ha, ha,
cave
ha.
and immediately began attempting to seduce him and convince him to marry her, but he consistently refused. Wukong and Zubaji caught up and fought to free their master, but the demoness eventually stung Wukong right on his head, and her venom caused him such immense pain that he was forced to retreat. They would later attack again, only to have her sting Zubaji on the mouth, forcing another retreat.
Ow.
It was then that
Ouch.
Guan Yin appeared and advised the heroes to enlist the aid of the great
wait, how do you get stung in the mouth? Did it go
On the
like
lip? Maybe on,
was it like toward, was it the lip or did it go like in the mouth?
maybe on the lip.
Get stung in the roof of your mouth. Ooh.
Star-Lord Orionis, who was another one of the 28 constellation deities. Specifically, he represented the hairy head of the white tiger. Fortunately, Orianus agreed to help without
Just the head?
question. When the third battle with the
Why does that
Demoness
look like a
began,
Digimon?
Orianus took his true form, an enormous rooster,
gonna say
and
cow,
crowed
but-
3 times. The first crow revealed her true
Cool.
scorpion form. The second crow paralyzed her, and the third killed her. The Scorpion Lord we encounter in the game is actually not the Demoness from the novel. According to the
So that's
game's lore,
different.
he was her mate, who is now mourning her death at the hands of the rooster. The rooster
Oh.
Orianus also appears as a boss fight, having been tragically killed and brought back as
He lay on the ground, still unsure of how he had been defeated. The previous unmarkable disposed, robbed insect, God, words, whom he had previously dismissed as ingulficant, now stood before him with a smirk on this face. On this face. Seeing the girl Gary holding a radiant golden harp, he suddenly understood he wanted to ask a question, but found he couldn't speak. The pain was unbearable. It seemed that his throat was slit by the vile insect with the harp. He should be dying. He closed his eyes, not wanting his last sight to be that hideous face.
an insidious monster, now known as the
Yo.
Duskvale. There is even an
Scorpion
optional
has
boss
been
encounter
known
where the
to,
Scorpion Lord
few
aids you in
cases,
fighting the
sting
Duskvale in order to
people
avenge
in
his
the mouth.
love,
Ooh.
but ends up ironically dying to the same crow that killed
Spiders
her.
are... Oh no. Talk about Spider-Born, of course.
The rooster was also the son of the Buddha Pralamba, who used his eyes to create her needle, which is why the old dame uses the Duskvale's eye area.
Wait, how do you use eyes to make a needle?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
Oh no. The hand holding and the spider. What?
To empower it. From how the dame talks about Pralamba, it sounds like she's somehow been killed, and many players have theorized that the Buddha's right-hand boss was actually created from Pralamba's right hand. Also, since we fight the last dragon side boss here, let's go ahead and explain who these dragons actually are. The 4 optional dragon
Yay,
bosses
dragons.
are children of the Dragon King of Jing River. The Dragon King made a bet with a fortune teller regarding what the weather would be like the next day. However, Dragon Kings can manipulate the weather, and the Dragon King abused this ability to win the bet, which resulted in the Jade Emperor ordering his execution. This event is what the dialogue that plays when you get near the dragons is referring to. The dragon actually had 9 sons, but they do include the 4 titles of dragon in this game. By the way, the fortune teller is definitely that man with the gourd we encounter throughout the game. Chapter 5 is where
Gourd.
we come face to face with
Ooh.
Red Boy and Bull Demon, 2 of Wukong's
Wait, that was like 2 contrasting things. The red person looked like an Oni, and then you got the Minotaur Bull.
Yeah.
most famous antagonists. Honestly, once
Huh.
this game was announced, I knew these 2 had to be in it. Red Boy was particularly
Okay.
insidious in that once he
Red Boy. Oh, it's literally named Red Boy. For many years, Red Boy had been having the same nightmare in his childhood. He shared this nightmare with his mother. Mother, there were so many people. They were all coming to kill me. Oh, my dear, once you fall asleep again, you'll forget all about it by tomorrow. Yet the boy was excited. But I'm very powerful. I defeated monks and tall as tall as mountains, strange birds and fire-breathing statues. I am not afraid of them at all. Oh, how brave you are, my dear. And I can't read anything after that.
heard through the
Is this saying
grapevine about
trust
Tang
fund,
San's
baby?
journey, he
Ew.
intentionally waited in a mountain along the route.
It kind of looks like it. Actually, oh, there you go.
I wonder where they're gonna go with
So that when the
that.
monk finally passed by,
You would
Red Boy
name
could
their
capture
kid
and
Red
devour
Boy.
him,
Who
believing
would
the
name
monk's
their kid
purity
Red
would
Boy?
make him immortal. When that day finally came, he tried to deceive the travelers by taking the form of a nude 7-year-old boy hanging from a tree calling for help.
Oh.
Wukong was suspicious.
Okay, yeah, we changed that. We changed that in the game.
Yeah, good.
And it's Fox now instead. No nude 7-year-old boy for you. They could...
Pity.
To be fair, they could have still made it a boy crawling for help, but just not make him nude. They didn't have to change it being a fox.
And advised against helping the child, but the boy wouldn't let up, and eventually Tang Sanzang went against Wukong's advice. The boy told a false sob story which Wukong saw right through, but still Tang didn't listen and ordered Wukong to carry the boy so they could get him to safety.
Yeah.
And then Red Boy attacked. He magically summoned a heavy weight on Wukong's back, then summoned a wind to distract the others, grabbed Tang Sanzang and flew away. Wukong gets so angry about not being listened to, and
So this is
so,
really
that he almost gives
pow-
up on the whole
Okay, this looks so fun. The different kind of powers you have that you can transform into your enemies, so you can transform into each boss that you had faced, pretty much.
Pretty much.
I'm guessing he can't transform into the yellow brow guy, maybe, because maybe that was, like, too strong, but, like, something.
journey, but
This
soon
looks
changes
cool.
his mind. He asks the local spirits where to find the Red Boy, and the spirits are happy to tell him because the boy apparently harasses and annoys them constantly.
Yeah, this
They tell
gameplay
Wukong
does
the
look
boy's
entertaining.
Name, location, and the fact that he's actually the son
I might
of
have to play
Wukong's
this.
former friend, Bull Demon. Also, the boy
Bull
apparently
Demon.
gained mastery
Wait,
of
if they choose a
Samadhi
fox instead,
Fire.
why make him...
I know, right? I think that was stupid, too. Why did he turn into a... He should have been a boy, just made him not naked. At a Flaming Mountains, Red Boy was about to celebrate his 100th birthday. Red Man? He was in high spirits and asked the keepers, "My birthday is coming soon. Can I go out and play for a while?" The keepers replied, "Your father has entrusted me to watch over you and ensure you focus on your cultivation. I don't know. You cannot go out at will." Red Boy argued, "I have already mastered the something fire. Can't I take a break for a few days?" As he spoke, he pinched his nose, releasing a burst of flames. Huh.
Due to spending 300
I'm glad
years
you
in
like
the
my
blazing
suggestion.
flame mountain.
Yeah,
When
I
Wukong
really
and
need to get this
Zubaji
game
arrived at
now.
Red Boy's lair,
Damn
Red
it.
Boy ordered his
I
minion
can only pick one, though. I can either have Digimon or I can have this. I think I'm leaning on Digimon, but at some point, I will be getting this, too, because this does look really fun. What are you doing, Grandpa?
Bring him over here.
And welcome, Century Nerd. Yeah. I'm playing as a who hates their child. I would name them Red Boy.
to fetch his lance and prepare his 5 special carts. These carts corresponded to the 5 Chinese elements: metal, wood, fire, water, and earth. At first, Wukong tried to appeal to Red Boy
Yeah,
by
make
telling him
Avatar.
about his brotherhood with Bull Demon, but it didn't work. Red
No,
Boy attacked,
Bull Demon,
and after
no!
an intense battle, it became clear that Red Boy was losing. So he retreated to his carts, which highly enhanced his fire powers and created so much smoke that Wukong could no longer see. Plus, he had a little bit of PTSD due to a certain brazier he'd been in, which we'll talk about later. Wukong decided the best way to counter this was to travel all the way to the Palace of the Eastern Sea and request that the Dragon King Ao Guang create a rainstorm. Soon Wukong returned
Freaking kamikaze shadow clone jutsu bombs. Bomb peoples. That sounds like it would be funner to watch. if I was actually playing it.
all 4 Dragon
Yeah.
Kings, and when Red Boy summoned the fire again, the dragons summoned a ton of rain, but surprisingly
related
it
to the
didn't
bomb
work.
demon?
The Samadhi fire was
Yeah.
too powerful
You
to
mean
be
Bomb
put out
Devil?
that
Bomb
way.
Devil.
Wukong
Boom.
then told Zubashi to ask for Guan Yin's help, but then Red Boy, literally just by seeing which direction Zubashi was headed, deduced exactly where he was going and who he was going to. So he went up
I
into
bet
the
you it has
clouds
really
and
awesome
disguised
music,
himself as
too.
Guan Yin. Zubashi took the bait, and Red Boy successfully lured him back to his cave and
But this
imprisoned him
gameplay
inside
does-
a bag. Oh, not
No!
this again.
Not the
When
bag
Zubashi
imprisonment
did not
again!
return, Wukong infiltrated the cave in the form of a fly and learned what happened. He also
Oh, you can
learned
actually
that
turn
Red
into a
Boy
fly,
had
cool.
6 elite commanders named Cloud and Fog, Fogging Cloud, Quick as Fire,
Oh,
Swift as
oh,
Wind,
oh,
Hurly
oh,
Hurly,
oh,
and
oh.
Hurly Hurly. Nice
Hurly
names there.
Hurly.
All of
Hurly
these
Hurly.
commanders appear
Oh,
as double boss
God.
fights throughout Chapter 5.
Flaming
Red Boy
head!
instructed his commanders to
Wait.
invite his father,
Wait.
Bull Demon.
Wait, head battles! That doesn't
the
look
head.
fun! That looks creepy! So this makes me think it's like a Stellar Blade mixed with Silent Hill. Woof.
When I read something.
An eye red boy all the time reminds me of Kratos from God of Kratos from God of War saying boy a lot.
To come and dine on Tang San Zhang with him. Seeing an opportunity,
Ugh.
Wukong went down the road and transformed
Oh
himself
my-
into Bull Demon,
what?
easily
Is
deceiving
that
the
a bull?
commanders and then
Moo!
attempting to deceive Red Boy.
Aw.
But the ruse failed when Red Boy
Oh, poor cow! He looks so skinny. He didn't look like a healthy cow. Feed the cow.
That's how
asked
you
him
get
to
beef
recite
jerky.
the exact date of his birth. At this point, Wukong decided to just go
He
talk
looked
to Guan Yin
old.
himself. And the
Oh, is that
goddess
that
was
Setsuna
not
lady?
happy to hear that Red Boy had been impersonating her, so she
she's
then
pretty.
proceeded to fill a vase with a literal ocean's worth of
No.
water, and thankfully that was enough to put out the Samadhi fire. She then had one of her servants
Ooh.
beat Red Boy until he begged for mercy, though once
Jeesh.
she stopped, he immediately tried to attack her, only to be humbled when Guan Yin threw not 1, but 5 constricting bands onto his body, subduing his head, arms, and legs. She then brought him
Huh.
back to become her
needs more food
disciple,
and water.
forcing him to bow literally every step of the way. Later in the journey, the
pretty.
group encounters a literal flaming mountain, and the only way to
Oh.
get past it is to use the power of an item known as the palm leaf fan to put out the fire. Problem
Hey,
is,
I
the
know
fan
that
is
item.
owned by Princess Iron Fan, also called Rakshasi, who happens to be the wife of Bull Demon and mother of Red Boy, and she wasn't
What?
happy about what happened to her son.
Wait, what? Red Boy is the son of Cow? The plot thickens.
Plot thickens.
Plot thickens.
So when Wukong asked to borrow her fan, she challenged him to a fight that ended with her using the fan to blow him very far away. After
Oh,
trying
that
some other
sucks.
stuff that didn't work, Wukong would encounter a man known as
How-
the Spirit
wait.
or Keeper.
One Piece logic again?
What?
How does a tiny woman have the sex with the giant man?
There's a book on that. It's called Glory Morning Milking Farm.
No. That's a giant? This is the levels of freaking... Hold on.
Sure, Hoshi. Sure.
Not Shirahoshi. This is the levels of King Neptune and Queen Otohime.
Yeah.
Or Odin and Toki. Yeah, the problems here. I see problems here. Wait, the cow gave him the name Red Boy. No wonder he became evil.
Of the mountain. Wukong asked the Keeper how the mountain was set ablaze in the first place, and the Keeper revealed that it was actually because of Wukong. You see, after Wukong was originally captured by Erlang Shen all
That's an
those years ago,
interesting
the Heavenly Court tried
hoe.
everything they could think of to execute him, but nothing was working. At one point, the legendary philosopher Lao
That's a
Tzu
hoe, right?
suggested they try putting him in the brazier of 8 trigrams in
Maybe.
an attempt to burn his immortality away. After throwing him in, Lao Tzu instructed a Taoist and a
The galaxy was clear, and the sky was spotless. The night, a young whatever boy sat by the furnace, fanning the fire. Feeling drowsy, he was about to sneak in a nap while he suddenly heard a soft laugh. Looking up, he saw his master standing at the door with a girl watching him doze off. He quickly straightened his clothes and stood up to apologize. Contrary to his usual serene demeanor. The master did not scold him. Instead, he called the boy over and barely introduced the newcomer, introducing them to guard the furnace together from now on. Finally, he lightly, what? She is your senior. You may call her Rikishi.
Rikishi from WWE.
Young boy
I
to
don't
keep
know.
the flame strong, and Wukong was left in that brazier
The giant
for
is like
49
the
days.
alien from
However,
Scary Movie.
the brazier only made
What,
Wukong
really?
even stronger, and also reddened
You
his
can
eyes,
kill
thus giving him that
Wukong.
truth-seeing ability
You can't
I
kill
mentioned
Wukong.
earlier.
He's immortal.
When the 49 days
Yeah,
were up,
he's a
Wukong
god.
leapt from the brazier
Oh my
and
god,
kicked
that looks
it
like
over.
that looks like
And
a
that
Soul
action
Reaper
resulted in
captain.
the fires from the brazier falling from the heavens
Dude.
and landing on this mountain, which ignited it. In this game's lore, the Embers also spawned that Mother of Flamelings boss. The Taoist was blamed for what happened, and he was reassigned as the Keeper of the Mountain. The Keeper then told them that Bull Demon had left Rakshasi and was now with a fox woman named Princess Jade Countenance.
Why?
Why?
Cow is unfaithful.
The unfaithful cow.
No.
He just needed to
He
be
left.
milked.
No, he left her for Fox Lady. What the heffles?
Kirsha?
No. Oh, he became Kirsha's himbo. But no. Why did he break up with his already wife? A bad cow. Bad cow.
Wukong went to try to appeal to the bull this time, but he wasn't happy either, and another fight
Who's Red
broke
Boy?
out. The fight lasted an extremely long time until the bull demon literally received an invitation to a banquet in the middle of the fight and accepted. So he mounted his personal
Fox Lady.
steed, known as the water-repellent
Because
golden-eyed
Fox.
beast.
No,
and left.
we don't.
And yeah,
We do
this is
not.
the same-
We do not take cheating lightly here.
Wow, cow is evil in the story.
Meh, no, he's just an abandoned cheater or whatever.
Evil cow.
Meh.
beast that we fight in this chapter's secret area. Soon after, Wukong had an idea and returned to Rakshasi, this time disguised as Bull Demon. Rakshasi must have really
Ooh.
missed him because she welcomes him with open arms. She
Aw.
then gets really drunk and affectionate with him, making it pretty easy for Wukong to convince her to give him the fan. And once she does...
No, that's depressing.
But Fox Lady.
That's depressing. She still loved him and he abandoned her.
Abandoned the cow.
I'm depressed now and angry. Does that mean we can eat the cow now? Sure, eat him. He's a bad cow.
He reveals his true form, which makes her very depressed. When Bull Demon learns what happened, he turns himself into Zubaji and tricks Wukong into giving the fan back to him, and that's when the heroes mount a full assault on Bull Demon's home. The battle gets so intense that Bull Demon reverts to his true form, a gigantic white bull over 10,000 feet long,
pretty
which is
though.
also the form he's in when we encounter him in-game. In response, Sun Wukong also becomes gigantic, and several gods take notice and join the fight as well. Soon the Bull Demon can't even retreat, because everywhere he
Oh, that
goes,
looks
there are
cool.
more deities noticing and attacking him. Zubaji also reveals at one point that he killed Princess Jade Countenance during the battle.
He's basically saying we don't have a choice.
Most concubine with a whack of my red shoe. Turned out, she was a fox squire.
Eventually, the god Nezah decapitates the bull, only for him to grow a new head instantly somehow. Nezah repeats this process several times
I have to
before...
ask. Is this like its own anime, or is this in the game?
I think that's in the game.
That's really cool if that's the case, because I don't know otherwise.
Switching strategies and instead using his signature fire wheel to burn the bull into submission. It
Moo.
culminates with the gods
Bad cow.
all tying the bull down and trading his life in exchange for the fan. One thing I really like about Chapter 5 is the enemies have a bit of an Indian look to them, which is fitting because the destination of the journey to the west was actually in India. Plus, Rakshasi is a word with Indian origins, and the novel includes yakshas, which are also of Indian origin. Red Boy's heritage has been changed a bit, with the identity of his father being different, but his character is spot on, especially considering the way a certain fox character is introduced. Speaking of which, the game adds a daughter that Bull Demon had with Jade Princess, which I think is interesting. Red Boy's carts also appear as bosses, each with different colors to symbolize the different elements, and of course, the palm leaf fan is a usable item, which is so much fun.
Not
Since
even a
many
cow.
of the bosses in Chapter 6 are actually manifestations of Wukong's armor, I guess I'll just tell you how he got that armor. Early in
that is
Wukong's
a
life,
weird
he decided
rhino.
he needed a weapon, and only the best would do. So he went to the Dragon King of the Eastern Sea, who was known for having really great divine weapons. The dragon offered him all kinds, but they all felt too light and weak, so as a last resort, the dragon offered him an enormous pillar from the palace that weighed thousands of pounds.
Ooh.
The pillar shrank down in Wukong's hands, but maintained its weight, making it an insanely powerful weapon. Wukong...
Nice! That is a cool ability. You get giant pillar, and you shrink it down, you turn it into a spear.
And it weighs thousands of tons.
So cool. That is a nice spear. That is really cool.
Then asked for matching armor, so the Dragon King summoned his brothers, who provided him with a pair of lotus cloud-treading shoes, a cuirass of golden chainmail, and a cap with phoenix plumes. Yeah, the bracers aren't really mentioned in the novel. There's also a Xiaolong side boss here. Xiaolong refers to...
it's his staff.
Huh? Yeah. Ancient text records that Jirio is a divine creature of the waters, capable of commanding fish to fly, and in water it retains its divine nature. When out of water, it loses its divinity. In villages of there are fishermen who, upon hearing Sun Wukong's tale of dismantling the Langan Temple, learned of Juan that could command the fish in the river, inspired the fishermen wish to acquire the Jumnu skills, hoping to make the fish leap into the nets, thus saving everyone much labor.
Chinese dragons that are
really read much
hornless
there.
and live in aquatic areas, which matches up with what we see here. There's also a side
like
plot
some
going
kind of
on where
snake
this character is trying to
thingy?
resurrect
Oh my
Wukong by
God.
collecting...
What?
Is that literally Rafiki?
Probably.
That literally just looks like Rafiki from The Lion King.
5 skandhas. Skandhas in Chinese culture are the attributes
Oh,
that make up a person's
head.
identity. Form,
Oh,
feeling,
that's not
perception,
scary.
mental formation, and consciousness. The giant Shigandong apparently came from pieces of the very stone Wukong was born from. As for who this monkey is, well, considering she's a mandrill, my money says she's the red-bottomed monkey, one of the 4 monkey kings that include
Rafiki.
Wukong. Wukong's title among them is the Stone Monkey. And speaking of the Stone Monkey, the final boss of the game is a clear reference to how Sun Wukong came to be. A divine stone that had existed since the beginning of time suddenly hatched one day and a monkey emerged. He then looked up to the heavens and accidentally shot laser beams from his eyes. The rest, we've already covered in some way. The final boss is...
So monkeys are born from stone, apparently. That is a part of my house, bro.
an empty shell of what remains of the monkey,
He's
and
stuck to
thus
part
has
of your
reverted to
house.
his original stone being. The only missed opportunity here, he should have had a laser beam attack. Finally, it's time to finish by covering the secret ending bosses. We've already covered Erlang Shen, so the 4 heavenly kings. Nearly every Asian culture has a variation of these 4 kings, but we'll be focusing on the Chinese versions here. The kings each have dominion over a cardinal direction. Duo Wen is the north, and his symbol is an umbrella, which we kill him with.
Huh.
Guang Mu is the west, and his
Guang Mu.
symbol is a snake, or dragon in this case, which we kill him with. Chi Guo
Oh.
is the east, and his symbol is a pipa instrument, which we kill him with. And Zhang Zong is the south. His symbol is a sword, so naturally we kill him with a shield. Makes sense?
No. So you kill each one of them with their item, but the last one who has the obvious item of a sword to kill him with, we don't do that. We use the fucking shield. That was amazing. That was so cool.
I think that about covers everything. Like I said, there's
look at
also
the
some
final
original
animation.
characters
Ooh,
in the
pretty.
game, but hopefully this video will help you to understand what's going on a lot better as you play through. And
Okay.
if you've already played through, hopefully it'll give you some cool stuff to reflect on. It really is impressive just how many details from the novel.
That's really cool. So they were very true to a lot of the novel. So no wonder why people love this game. Oh, thank you for joining us for this video. Yeah, bye. All right.
Thank you all for joining me. Please like, subscribe, and comment. It would make me very happy. Kiss, kiss, hug, hug.